Shalom Team Safeguarding Officer Jeff, and today I want to showcase a video about how a woman is supposed to support her husband, how a woman is supposed to showcase the love of God, how a woman is supposed to elevate her husband to the position of the provider in the house, how a woman is supposed to cover her husband during the seasons of lack, how a woman is supposed to ensure that the children are going to continue seeing their father as the provider, and that their mindset is going to remain that he is taking care of us. Watch this video. Thank you guys for watching that video. Just so you know, this blanket is very cozy. It's very cold in the winter season here, and therefore sometimes it's necessary to wrap up. Anyway, so I hope you have seen that video. Let us now go through and analyze that video and literally what happens. So here we see this man coming back. I believe is a husband of this woman, beautiful woman, a woman that is smart. So he comes home, he knocks at the door, and he's got his money bag around his chest area there, and he's come home, and unfortunately he doesn't have much. I don't know what's happening in his homestead. I don't know what is happening in his house, but it looks like there need to be some sort of celebration, whether birthday of somebody, of a child or whatever, or it's Christmas season, I don't know. But this is an acted clip, and I think it's fundamental we use this clip to teach about what happens in families. So of course, this man comes, he doesn't have anything in there. Wife is thinking, goodness, we need to celebrate, and you have not brought anything. What are the children going to say? As a quick woman, as a smart woman, this woman had already seen this ahead of time, and therefore it's important you as a woman, you as a mother of the mother of your children, you as a wife, to understand that not all seasons are going to be favorable for your husband. Some seasons may be dry, some seasons may be of lack, and these seasons are going to happen. In the Bible, in Genesis 8:22, the Bible says that as long as the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer will never cease. These seasons are going to be there. There's a season of lack that may come into your family life, into your business. There's a season of pain that comes, and it's not necessarily to cause you worry or anxiety. It is to actually sharpen you to know that there is a God behind everything that is happening. Because if you and I want to just be let loose, to think that we can do all things, we will then start thinking that it is our ability, it is our powers. We are doing it because we are able. We are going to be like the rich fool who said, I have got everything. I have harvested. I've put everything in the barns, in the stores. Now I'm just going to call my friends and do party after party after party after party. And God said, you oh stupid rich fool. I am going to need your soul tonight. So with all that he had harvested and all that he had, he didn't enjoy one thing. He died. So you and I need to understand that these seasons are there. So this is what this woman has done. This woman has identified that whatever my husband does may not yield things every day. So I need to cover him. I need him to remain the provider for this house. I need my children to continue seeing my husband, their father, as the provider for this house. So for this reason, let me be ready. Let me be smart. So she went and she bought some presents. So the husband came home, as you have seen in the video there, and unfortunately he did not have much. Maybe this is one of the days that he didn't get much out there in the marketplace. But the wife had already covered the situation right there, because the children are not going to understand why did daddy not bring us presents, yet we are supposed to be celebrating. The wife had already received insight from above, and she'd already gone into the marketplace and bought some. She'd already gone into the shops, into the supermarkets, and bought some present, brought the present and made sure that the children had not seen them. So that when the father came and she went to welcome him, she of course noticed that he did not have anything. So she took the money bag out of him and handed him the present, and then said, "My husband, go outside and knock the door again, and let me call the children so that you can hand them over the presents." Now this is what I call wisdom, because that woman had those presents in the house. She could have given them to the children, and she could have told them, "Now listen, I was married by a fool. Your father is an imbecile. Your father is a good-for-nothing man. He cannot provide for us. And but I have done that. I have covered that as your mother, as your able mother, as your loving mother, and I bought you presents." No, she didn't do that. She allowed the husband to remain the husband and the provider. She allowed the children to still celebrate their father as a man that is bringing joy to that house. That is what we call a Proverb 31 woman. A woman that understands her place. A woman that understands her worth in God. A woman that knows what marriage and relationship is all about. That relationships are about supporting one another in all seasons, in and out of season. That I am going to be with you through thick and thin. Even in your season of lack, I am going to be there. Even in your season of plenty, I will remain there. We are in this journey together. It's you and I against the odds. I am not going to abandon you in your season of lack. The Bible has just told us that seed time and harvest time, there is a season for harvesting after you have planted. There is a season like where I am right now. It's winter time, so it's very cold. People are wearing layers because it's cold. But a season is coming. After this season, we then go into what we call spring. And after spring, we then get into what we call summer. So this cold season too shall pass. And the summer season, which is also very hot, will come. Whereby now, the layers that you are seeing us putting, all these things that we are wearing, we are going to remove them. We are going even to remove these tops. And a lot of people are naked. They walk semi-naked. A lot of men walk topless. A lot of women also walk with just bikini sets. In the European nations, they are not bothered. They don't care. Nakedness is not a problem for them. So because here you cannot just touch somebody because, you say it's like the way people in Africa, go and they start abusing somebody because they are dressed kind of without much. So here you don't touch nobody. Here you don't touch nobody. You can't put your hands on anybody. Even if they are walking naked. You call the police and you say they are indecent, and then that is the work of the police to deal with the situation. So, as I continue to wrap myself up again, heat and cold, the Bible says in Genesis 8:22, will be there. So this woman has identified exactly what the Bible is saying, and she has covered her husband. Look at how the children enjoyed and were celebrating what the father has brought them. But you and I know he didn't bring them. In essence, he did bring them because he and the wife are one and the same thing. So whether the wife bought it or he bought it, they bought it because he and her are one and the same. That is what we call synchronization. Marriage is about two people who are once two, but then they became one. So that means you are because I am. Ubuntu. I am because you are. My brothers and sisters, I pray that you and your wife and your husband can adopt this beautiful analogy that we have seen in this small video clip today. That you are going to understand the reason and the need for you to cover your wife. You are going to understand the need and the reason for you to cover your husband. You are going to understand the need and the reason for you to protect your family. That you are going to understand marriage is about you coming together and fighting the challenges that may try to come into your marriage or into your relationship. It's not about fighting each other. Relationship or marriages are not about fighting each other as husband and wife. It is about fighting the odds, fighting the challenges that are coming towards your relationship or toward your marriage together. Remember, there is power in togetherness. What one person can do, two can conquer it quickly. If you can deal with 20 things, two people can deal with 100 because there is power in agreement. You can agree to move and to shift things. So, people of God, I pray that today you have been enlightened. And if you and your wife, you and your husband, you and your family, have been having challenges or struggles of supporting one another, of understanding your roles, of understanding your position in God, I pray that today you have been enlightened. I pray today you have been shown the way how to do, because sometimes God uses men. He's not going to come from heaven and talk to you like I'm talking to you. He can talk to you with the ears of your understanding because God is a spirit. But God can use me. God can use that video that you have just seen to enlighten, to showcase who He is in your life. And you need to hear and to heed, and your relationship and your marriage and your family and your business and your mindset will change once and for all. I pray that you have enjoyed watching that video and that God is going to bless you and that your relationship and your marriage is transforming for the good. God bless you so much. I pray that you have found this video clip beneficial. And if you have, I ask that you do us just a few favors. Please share this video to somebody, to a family, to a couple. Share your comments with us. Let the comment be appropriate. Like this video. And please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, may I take this opportunity to invite you to become our subscriber. If you find us on Facebook, please follow our page. If you find us or you find this clip on TikTok, please subscribe. God is going to do you good. Thank you for listening to us, and thank you for being there for the family of God. Join Team Safeguarding. We are on the road to 30,000 strong safeguarding family duniani. And this is what we do.
Thank you.